Welcome, everyone. We had a great question from our website. Is it common to slowly phase into retirement? We're going to dig into some data, provide a few tips from our experience. Phased retirement explained here. But answering the question, is it common? The simple answer, yes.
Yes, it definitely is. I mean, that you can stop if you want to, but you don't have to stop immediately going to retirement. According to the Mercer 2024 Global Talent Trends Table, only 16% of employees, actually that's down from 25, so you've got a 9% shrinkage. 3 years ago, plan to fully stop working at retirement. So if we're now down to 16, that means roughly 84% are saying, no, they're going to do some form of work before they get to retirement. So it's more of a phased retirement as we're seeing.
So phased retirement is quite common. According to that trend, 84% of folks are intending to do some type of phased report.
Yep.
And global trends, they did 3 years ago, 25% said, yep, I'm stopping. That's it.
Not anymore.
Fully retired. Now it's down to 16. So we've seen an increase in the proportion of people that are doing the phased approach.
Exactly.
So what is that phased retirement? Well, traditional retirement, that might be people work to a certain age.
And then
that's
done.
They're stopped.
No more.
I'm in the office on Friday. Monday, I'm retired. There's nothing in between. It is a full stop. More commonly, what the data is showing, what our experience is telling us, people adopt a phase approach. They gradually reduce their work hours. Maybe they go down to 2-3 days a week. Maybe they adjust their role and do something a little different.
Yeah, maybe they go from a high-pressure job that they had to something that, I don't have to worry about it and take it home with me at the end of the day. And I can do that a few hours a week, and that keeps me busy. So that's sort of that phased retirement. So, and again, there's a variety of reasons why we're doing this phased retirement.
Yeah, lots of benefits. We'll start with some of the data we saw in that Mercer report. So one of the big benefits that was listed of why people would be doing this approach is the purpose and social connection. According to Mercer's survey, it shows that many employees choose to keep working because it provides a sense of purpose and helps maintain mental well-being. Retirement can be a big change for some folks, a big life change. Maybe they lose some work-related friends. Maybe they have to change their routine. It takes time to find new activities, new structure. A phased retirement helps ease that transition, helps ease some of those emotional and social changes that come with retirement.
Yeah, that exact stop can be a real hardship. I mean, if you're the only one retired, nobody else is, what am I doing with my time? Whereas, if I'm going in and I'm seeing my work buddies, I mean, you're there for the majority of your life. Hey, let's see if we can talk to these guys a few days a week. That keeps me in. That transition is really good for the mental health side of the aspect moving forward.
Yeah, and another one, still looking at the data, so social and purpose in terms of why we'd want a phased retirement. Another one is extra income.
Exactly.
And there's a little more Mercer data on that as well.
Yeah, the Mercer data says that 38% of people who continue working, it's retirement because financial concerns are their main motivation. I mean, they may sit there and say, well, do I have enough money to retire? Maybe, if I go down to 3 days a week, I'll still be bringing some income in. I can do a few more things my way, but that way I can continue to grow that retirement pool and I'll be fine when I want to hit the actual, full retirement stop date.
Yeah, and in our experience, the full retirement stop date, some people still do it. We find it might be a little more common perhaps in the public sector where in Canada you still have some defined benefit pension plans.
Yeah.
Where they work till a certain point, then they have a guaranteed income from their pension. But outside the public sector, you really don't see those kind of pensions.
No,
they're quite
not at
rare. And maybe that's one of the reasons why you're seeing more of a phased approach. But we mentioned some of the positives. You get that purpose, the social connection. You have that extra income, which can extend your savings and give you a little more spending money.
That's right.
And then from our experience, I think a budget test drive is another big reason why.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you retire, you're really not sure how much you're going to need. I mean, that's always the biggest question. Am I going to be living the same way I was beforehand? I'm not driving to work as much. I may not need that clothing budget beforehand. Maybe I need less. So that first year can usually be more of a test drive, as we put it. You're not really sure, but you want to see how things go. So in the interim, maybe working part-time, I'm going to have a little excess money. That'll keep me going in case my plan that I have originally is either not keeping up or maybe I have too much money and then I'll find that one out as I go along too.
Yeah, and that extra data, right? You live retirement for a year or
That's
two.
right.
And you have a better idea of what your retirement lifestyle will be, you have a better idea of what it costs, and you can use that extra data to tweak and improve your overall financial plan and your financial projections. So that budget test drive is key. And that is one reason we often see why people might do the phased approach. This is a great question that came in through our website. If you have a question on this or anything else financial, where should folks go?
They go to chatwithclintonkevin.com. By all means, get onto it from our website or just put that in. And by all means, these questions come directly to Clint and myself. We'll be able to answer those for you. Either this question or if you have any other financial matters you want to take a look at, we're more than happy to tackle those topics and get back to you as quickly as we can.
Yeah, so going through the reasons why we see a phased approach at a couple of data points. We also shared one from our experience with clientele.
That's right.
Another one that we often see, it's health benefits.
Yeah.
Now, it depends on what your additional role might be. If you're working part-time, it might not qualify, but perhaps you're still in your current role, but just at reduced hours. You could qualify for the health benefits, which means you'd have extended coverage of all those health benefits and perks that would come with your job.
Yeah, and that's a big factor for a lot of people because 9 times out of 10, if you stop, dental and medical are gone because you're no longer with the company. Those can be very expensive when you're not having those plans paid for, and either that finding your own plan or something along those lines could be there. But as Clint said, if you have your job and you can qualify for that, that's another reason for that sort of part-time going in, because now your benefits are still proactive to you and you'll be able to use those while you start that early retirement phase.
Yeah, and another one from our experience, at a couple of data points, a few that we're seeing from clientele, and this is very common when you see a phased approach. Usually it's combined with some sort of deferral, either delaying the CPP and OAS, or maybe they take CPP and OAS and work part-time, and that gives them enough income, but then they leave the investments alone. So they delay accessing the investments. But some combination of deferrals of pensions or investments is usually very common with a phased approach to retirement.
Yeah, and that way, you can plan your budget the way you want to go to it, and you can make sure that you've saved enough money so that when you do hit that full stop phase, there's enough money there that we don't have to worry about it going forward.
Absolutely. So hopefully you got lots out of this video. There's another video on the screen now talking about phases of retirement. We did a whole webinar called Retired Now What? We're going to go through the 5 phases of retirement. Click on that one. We'll see you again very soon.
Take care.